Yeah,
All
pretty
right.
much.
Yeah, it's like a,
So,
like a new version on it. Like they're trying something different with it.
all right. And the last legendary we have here is a 6 mana 5/5 beast, Mukla, Tyrant of the Veil. Battle cry, add 2 bananas to your hand. Andres, do you think this card's just bananas?
um, I don't know. I mean, 6 mana, 5/5 that gives you 2 spells. Could be useful for that rogue deck that we're talking about, right? That has a ton of spells to their hand.
Yeah,
It's kind of
could
like
be.
what Toshli used to be, except that with this guy, you get both of the one cost cards right away.
I think we'll just have to see how this kind of plays out.
Yeah,
No pun
this is not.
intended.
I don't think he's a bad legendary. Obviously, in that slot, he's competing against Sylvanas, Cairn. I think he's pretty decent actually. And if you can get a good effect out of his bananas, this is the other thing. What kind of bananas are you getting out of this guy? Are you getting the regular bananas, or are you getting some crazy corrupted bananas?
No, I think it's the 1 mana 1/1 bananas. I think,
Okay, okay,
It hasn't been actually confirmed or anything yet, I don't think.
but I
We'll
think
see.
because banana is a named card that's already in the code, I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same banana.
but remember they did that brawl, and they also call them bananas, and then you get
Yeah.
this
Oh, yeah,
crazy.
that's right. Maybe it will be something like that. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That would be pretty cool if it's like a different kind of effect, or like a random kind of effect, kind of like spare parts.
Yeah.
That would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
I would be more excited about it if it was those different bananas,
Hmm.
something new, and
Yeah.
it would be kind of fitting for the expansion anyway.
Yeah. Right.
All right, next card is a 4 mana priest card, Shadow Word Horror. It's destroy all minions with 2 or less attack. Cinder, I know you had some ideas on this and what you thought about this. What would you like to say about it
Oh,
first?
this is a great card. Honestly, I mean it's kind of tech specific. Like it's going to be not useful in certain matchups, but if you're in a zoo heavy meta like we are right now, uh, this will lay the hammer down big time because a
Oh
lot of
yeah.
those zoo minions are 2 or less attack. And their priest is losing light bomb, so this is kind of the new board clear for priest.
Hmm.
I think it's going to pair
Anders?
nicely with
Oh,
excavated
you're
needle.
right. I didn't realize they are losing light bomb. Although they have plenty of AoE tools, the priests are not lacking on that department.
Oh no,
But yeah, I think this card is good, especially if the meta is a bunch of small aggro decks. This is like the perfect answer. So just another tool. You can even run a one-off just in case, especially if you're laddering. It's a good ladder card, I think.
It's another Shadow Word. It's
yep,
good.
Yeah.
I'm very interested to see again the cards that come out for Priest because I'm really wanting to try Shadow Priest.
Hmm.
That'll probably be. I'm hoping that's the last time I say that, but yeah. All right. The last card that well, did we have another card we? Yeah, this was the card we added.
the
No.
nightmare dragon.
Oh no, we haven't added that yet.
Oh, yeah, I have it on my list.
Okay. So as far as the second to last,
Yeah.
since this is a druid 2 mana card, Mark of Yasarj. It's give a minion 2+ or +2/+2. If it's a beast, draw a card. Any
This
thoughts?
is actually quite powerful for a beast deck. A+2/+2 that cycles itself. That is very, very nice. Obviously, they're incentivizing beasts with this card, but it's something that they've been trying to drive Druid into for a while now. But the combo Druid is just too strong. It just won't go away.
No,
But
and
maybe now that they're revising some of the cards, Beast Druid will actually have a chance to shine, and this seems like a very strong card for that archetype.
yeah, I don't even think beast druid is bad right now. It just gets overshadowed by combo druid.
Yeah.
And I agree with you, Andres. This is a strong card. Two for two is already decent, and that draw card that makes a package out of it. This is a good card.
Yeah, and it plays along with the synergy of Druid really well, right? You have minions on the board, and you make those minions really big, or you play big minions fast. So you can innervate this thing into a minion really fast, or if you're playing that sort of like fast beast druid, maybe like even like that token style beast druid, because you have the raptor that is kind of sticky. So with minions like that, Marco Ye Charge, how you pronounce that, is actually really strong.
I think the only thing I'm going to say, just for the sake of time, again, we want to move on. I lost track of time. I don't know if we're we're probably a little long now, but yeah. So the last card that actually came out just right before we started the podcast is a 6 mana 2/8 dragon. It's called Nightmare Drake. At the start of your turn, double this minion's attack. Now, I guess we get to be the first ones to kind of review this on the podcast. Cinder, what do you think?
I'm impressed actually. It's a dragon, so somewhere Brian, don't call me Brian Kibler, is really happy about this. But the stats are good. I mean, it's a higher end mid range card, but with 8 health, that's very attractive. And the doubling of the attack, I think, is gonna be a big deal. Because I think at a glance, people might think 2, 4, 6, 8. No, 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 no. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. It's gonna get big really fast if you don't
Yeah, it's
deal
like
with it
the
right away.
Gazrilli effect, right?
Yeah, and it's 8 health, so it's gonna be hard to remove. I mean, aside from you got to be careful of the Cabal's Shadow Priests, and of course the new Priest card that clears everything with 2 attack or less, and a couple of
Hmm.
things that affect 2 or lower attack. But if you can dodge those things, I mean, it starts out as a 4/8 on your next turn and just gets bigger from there. I think this is good.
Does anything pull dragons out of your deck? Do any cards do that?
Um, the only the
No.
only card that affects dragons that have not yet been played is the dragon cohort, the paladin card from Blackrock Mountain. It says the next dragon you play costs 2 less mana.
Yeah, because I'm thinking this would be a better tempo play if it would cost less.
Well, there
Because
you go.
then you have less to answer it, so the attack would have a better chance of increasing.
Yeah. Now
That's the only.
the
Uh,
cohort is 5 mana, so this guy still comes out on turn 6.
yeah. So, but the point is, you're gonna have to make a decision between this and something else you could drop the same net turn later in the
Mm.
game.
I mean, thinking about
Alrighty.
six mana dragons, if you're playing a dragon deck, I don't think there are any.
One thing to note is if you buff this guy, it doubles the attack as well.
That's right. Oh yeah, if you can find a way to do that, whew, it's gonna get out of control.
You, let's say, put any sort of buff can accelerate the process of this. And honestly, this guy gets scary quite fast. And in the beginning, he dodges Big Game Hunter. So if you're playing a control deck, your opponent is gonna need to have a very specific answer to get rid of this guy, and just minions won't make the cut. I'm actually interested in seeing how this guy plays out. It's a very interesting threat. In the sixth slot, it comes out, early enough that you can actually build it into something cool.
Great. Uh, all right, so that's our review of the cards that came out this week. Let's go ahead, and I wanted to go over our email since we did get one this week. Before we do that, please send in your emails if you're interested in writing in and want us to talk about something during the show. Send it to coinconcede@gmail.com. And FYI, we did edit this email to about 100 words, down from about 700 words. So we welcome emails from anyone that writes in, but if you'd like to write something longer, maybe we can have a conversation about adding it as an actual written blog post to our website instead. But yeah, try and keep it short. So yeah, Cinder, you want to go over this real quick?
Yeah, and I'm winging it because I blue screened for a couple minutes, so this is going off memory. So we had an email from. Do you have his name off the top of your head or in front of you?
Mauricio,
Mauricio.
Disco Shark. Okay.
Yeah, Disco Shark 42. So he was emailing in response to our conversation last week about Doom.
Hmm.
Kenny and Andres and most everyone else kind of is down on this card. But Mauricio was kind of thinking that it could find some use specifically in a Cthulhu Warlock deck. Because Cthulhu is almost a win condition in and of himself, right? As soon as he hits the board, he's probably going to clear the board and could even end the game with his battle cry. He was thinking if it's only one card and you need to get to it as fast as possible. And all of the Cthulhu cards are kind of vanilla cards to play on ramps, so they may not be able to hold the board against more focused strategies. So once you get to turn 10 and you've started to lose board, you've already lost board, you hit Doom, clear the board, draw a bunch of cards, and maybe draw into Cthulhu if you haven't drawn into him yet. And then the next turn, even if your opponent has seized initiative, you drop Cthulhu and clear their board and retake initiative and possibly close out the game. So that was a very clever thought. I like that email. I like that idea, Mauricio.
Yeah, the only thing he was also mentioning was the Paladin card, anything can happen, how it has two in
Right.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
so
so like Anyfin is a 7 card combination. You got 5 Murlocs, and then you got to play Anyfin twice. So you got to get to the bottom of your deck. And Cthulhu is a 1 card win condition. So if you get to Cthulhu, you could be on cruise control for the rest of the game.
yeah. So
So I'm just gonna be the party pooper again. I'm sorry, Mauricio. Like I look at the card and I see your point, right? Like ideally, you draw into Doom. Your opponent has some minions. You clear the entire board. You draw a bunch of cards, and you draw into Cthulhu. You play it, and you win the game because he's already been buffed, and it's late game enough to do this. You don't have that many cards left in your deck, so hopefully that Doom finds you that Cthulhu or gets you closer to finding it, which shouldn't be too hard because you're a warlock. But the thing is, I just think about the games where I'm gonna be playing a bunch of vanilla cards because those are the cultists, right? A bunch of vanilla cards that you play in the hopes of playing something really, really strong later. Most of them have very average stats and no immediate board effect, no death rattles, no triggered abilities, no battle cries or any of that sort of thing. So I just think of those games where you're drawing to all of these vanilla cards and then you're drawing to Doom and Cthulhu, and suddenly you have two 10 mana cards in your hand and all these vanilla cards. And those are going to be some tough games. Um, I could see it more in a Reno lock that just uses as a one-off of one of the many board clears that it has and uses to
mhm.
find the Reno or maybe stay in the game a little longer. Um,
Yes.
but for Cthulhu, it might be a little overkill for the deck. That is my opinion. I could be completely wrong. The next thing we see might be a Cthulhu Doom deck topping the charts, but that's the way I see it.
I'd have to agree. It's I see it more as a as much as I hate Reno, and look, it's Joe in the chat actually knows how much I hate I hate Reno. Um, it looks like it's more of a Reno deck type card than it would be for this. But I do like the way you think, and that is very insightful. So it's people like you that actually kind of help progress this game, and yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I
and
enjoyed you sent us
I
this
read the
email.
whole email and I went through the whole thing. He makes very good points, and in all honesty, like it could work because we haven't seen the rest of the cards or how this type of deck could work, and
And he
it would
mentions
be
that.
yeah. And honestly, I would feel pretty badass if I play a Doom and then a Cthulhu next turn, and wipe my opponent's board again, and then kill him or almost kill him with it, and he's just looming a Cthulhu in my board. That would be awesome. I would like to do that. Not against it. It just seems a little
So
hopeful.
So those that are listening, actually, you can go check out our show notes. We included his whole email if you feel like reading. Other than that, let's go ahead and end the show here. So we've already solidified some goals and rewards for our Patreon page. Hopefully, we can solidify the logistics to launch it this week. Hopefully, we'll see. Hopefully by next week, we'll see. Um, but we will keep you posted. But in the meantime, if you're interested in supporting us monetarily, you can definitely go check us out at patreon.com/coinconcede. Let's go. Let's throw it to Andres this week. Andres, you want to go ahead and throw out the thanks?
Yeah, for sure. Let me look him up over here. All right. We want to thank Stephanie L for letting us use his cover. Check him out at his channel linked on our show notes. We also want to thank Zosasu for creating the logo. You can find him at Zosasu on Twitter. You spell that Zoezazu, in case you were wondering. You can also catch our blog post at www.coinconcede.com along with all of our show notes. You can follow the show on Twitter at CoinConcede, and you can also like us or share our full material on Facebook at facebook.com/CoinConcede. Everything pretty straightforward. Check us there.
Great. Any shout outs or where can people find you?
Sure. People can find me on Twitter. Usually that's where I do most of my communication at iPlayGames, and you spell that IPLAI Games because I try to be a little different like that. And then you can also follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/iPlayGames with a Z because somebody took it already. And if you want to see me playing some Overwatch and then occasionally complete my quests in Hearthstone until the expansion comes out, come check me out there.
Great. And Cinder, how about you? Where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Cinder Ascendant. Let me type that on the screen for everybody. Ascendant. And you can find me on Twitch at the same address, twitch.tv/Cinder Ascendant for our live listeners. There you go. Yeah, come check out the Twitch for sure. You know, at least give me a follow because I'm about to start back up with my heavy metal Hearthstone. I got a bunch of good, cool new tracks that I really want to drop for everybody. So it's going to be a good time.
Very cool.
Great. And as far as me, you can find me on Twitter at KCCO_gamer. I don't really throw much Twitch games out there recently just because of me playing games. I play a game here, play a game there. I can't really throw a whole stream up, as some of my friends may notice. But you can definitely add me once I am on Battle.net. I'm okay to chat, so just KCCO Gamer number 1752. Also with Cora. So she actually just started school. I think it was today, maybe yesterday. Hopefully we'll have her on soon. And you can follow her at songbird_HS and Twitch at twitch.tv/SageCora. So just want to say keep calm and chive on. And until then, coin concede.
Coin Concede.
Coin Concede.